So, you remember Gitmo, that sunny little spa in Cuba where you get 3 squares and a prayer mat? You don't? Well, here's why. No one cares anymore, especially the media. Think about it. Back when Bush was president, everyone hated the waterboarding wonderland. But now under Obama, the media are okay with Guantanamo Bay. Little rhyme there. Fact is, in the 2008 campaign, Gitmo was Obama's piñata. Now as president, it's his life preserver. He realized Gitmo is the solution when you have no solution. Meaning, where do you put enemy combatants when the battlefield is your mall? Even weirder, thanks to drones, we've avoided that question by killing detainees before they're even detained. And yet Eric Holder is still ticked about Gitmo. Earlier this week, he told something called the European Parliament this.
We will be pressing for the closure of the facility between now and then. And after that election, we will try to close it as well, because I think some people have made this a political issue without looking at, I think, the real benefits that would flow from the closure of the facility.
Well, he looked great. Anyway, Eric, who made this a political issue? No one brought it up until you did, and just now in front of the European Parliament. And who are they? I guess while it's clear both Obama and America need Gitmo, the European media still finds it unseemly, so I guess Holder just aimed to please. Too bad they can't vote. Hey, Dana, you can't close Gitmo because there's no alternative. Didn't Obama just kind of find that out?
Well, it is kind of strange that he would do it in front of European Parliament. Also, that he would say, "We'll do it before the election." Like, that's what you promised last time, and that it's pretty outrageous. The recidivism rate of detainees at Gitmo who have gone back, who've been released, is about 20%.
Yeah.
You can't close it until you have an alternative. They have proposed. I'd be willing to listen if they wanted to propose another alternative. And they haven't done that. Their idea of bringing all of them here into the United States went over flat with the American people in a bipartisan way.
And do you really think that even Democrats are going to support that idea? A lot of Democrats up for re-election are going to say, I don't want these guys in my backyard.
Countries don't want them.
There's still roadblocks. There's congressional roadblocks. A lot of members won't pay for the funding to have them shipped back. And look, these prisoners cannot be released. A lot of them, I think a majority are from Yemen, because the violence in Yemen, that's not going away either. So it just proves Obama's comment, strictly politics, yet again, to try and rally the base. Nothing to do with real policy.
I think you missed the fact that from the left, people are highly critical of Guantanamo Bay because of the failure to put those prisoners into our criminal justice system and to say that America has a system of justice.
That's
we don't just
point,
throw
though,
people
That's why he's
But they've not been complaining. That's the other. I don't know why you would bring this up again, because the left, I think, has just resolved that, okay, that's just going to stay open. And they've stopped talking about it because it was hurting President Obama so much that he had not fulfilled a promise. And so I think that's why the left stopped talking about it.
It's hurting him with the left.
But not very much.
But the left, I'm sorry, Angela, the left seems to be happy that they've already made their case about waterboarding. That seems to be their issue that they've got under their belt. And Gitmo, by the way, you know, with the recidivism rate at 27%, if I'm not mistaken, happens because Obama lets them out. They go back to wherever they went to.
Let's just be fair for a second. What? President Bush had let some of them go too under the. It wasn't him personally, but you let them back, and then they're recaptured on the battlefield. That is not a partisan thing. That is just an American problem.
Because they're given back to their countries, and they're not tried. They're not.
Their countries don't
jailed.
Hold them.
Right, countries don't hold them.
But Juan, I got to ask you, isn't it weird? I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's good that we're using these drones and that we killed Osama bin Laden. But on people on the left, I think even Michael Moore believes that the reason why we killed Osama and whatnot was so they couldn't, no one wanted to see them go through the system of justice that Eric Holder wanted to do.
Not no one, but I think there were lots of people who said, what happens if one of these guys comes before a jury and the jury actually says, innocent? What kind of craziness is that?
But that's the consequence of not treating them like enemy combatants.
There's another consequence of just killing them with drones, and that is that one of the reasons that you capture them is to question them and to try to find out so that we can connect the dots. That was the problem beforehand. That's one of the reasons they were questioned, and we were able to prevent attacks based on that questioning. So,
but think about what this points out, though. The Obama administration, that's a tacit acknowledgement by keeping Guantanamo open that they are validating Bush's policies.
Right.
I mean, think about this. They went from literally trying to bring them to downtown Manhattan to kill teams in Pakistan.
But
that's a big
point,
jump. That is an admittance that they were wrong.
Yeah. And the problem
and
is capturing them, putting them in Gitmo, and just locking them up in Gitmo doesn't work. It doesn't provide any more intelligence. Capturing them, putting them in Gitmo, and waterboarding them or enhanced interrogation
Look, there were
allows us to get information.
Now you went way overboard.
Come on, is there anyone that doubts that we got Osama bin Laden because of
Yes, I doubt it. And not only do I doubt it, having talked to people who were involved in this, you know what? We could have gotten Osama bin Laden. It was not critical.
Would you support a trial, a domestic trial here?
You know what? I believe in the American justice system, and I know the problem is you're dealing with very dangerous people who want to kill us.
But
I do believe that there's an importance to America.
You would have put Osama bin Laden at, say, downtown Manhattan.
No, everybody's the traffic, it's going to screw up down to lower Manhattan.
And even President Obama wanted him dead.
Can we make just one clarification to set the record straight on something? Not every detainee that went to Gitmo was waterboarded. There were 3 individuals who were waterboarded, and
some hundreds of times,
including from the bipartisan Senate Select Committee, said that actually that is what helped lead to the prevention of further attacks.
And
it wasn't
also,
everybody.
No, I didn't say everybody, but I said enhanced interrogation did lead to the capture of Osama bin Laden. It absolutely did.
Eric's like wishful
absolutely did. One of the couriers of bin Laden, the name of that courier
and we would have gotten it anyway. Anyway, we'd have gotten it. Well, that's the point.
Kids, I got to move on. This has been fun, but we got to pay for this. All right? All right. I wonder if Obama's going to use this next song for his 2012 campaign theme. Probably not, but maybe one of the GOP candidates should. We'll play it for you next on The Five.